Hello and welcome everyone. We are going live on Vic 3 today. Need to change the title, but we'll do that afterwards. Just change it real quick in the game to Vic 3. You know what? I need to take off caps lock. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna change this to okay, that's it. Change this and add this to the playlist we got. Okay. Victoria 3 VODs. Okay, cool. Alright, boys, we're set. Got this shit rolling. Altered content, no. Okay, we're good. Set this to public from private, change that. There we go. Okay, cool. All set. All right, cool. Got this going. Hope everyone's having a good day. Got that set up and now we're in game. Cool. But yeah. So we were playing this a bit last night on our live. I didn't wind up I didn't actually end up winding up publishing the live VOD into a video format. Mainly because I was very tired during recording of that, and it wasn't good quality of recording. I might do that tomorrow and add it to the playlist. I do need to create a playlist for this series. But yeah, we should be fine on that. I did notice that we have really good standard of living in our country, so that's good. For some reason, upper strata or whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. You know, that's mainly just probably because we don't have luxury goods in our territory. We were having issues with population and not enough workforce, primarily because of the gold fields taking up all the employees, right? So they're all heading here and working here. It's not even that much of a productive one, right? So it's like 7th in the world in this category, and 130 whatever thousand, sorry, 1,030 whatever it's called. It's not that productive essentially. Let me make sure I publicize the video. Yeah, I forgot to change this. Save this to public. Okay, save that. Okay, I saved everything else. I just didn't save the video on public. Hey Siri, shut up. All right. So what we're doing right now, we're essentially trying to pass this law for landed voting because right now we don't have any voting basically. Shut up, stupid fucking robot. Go with the industrialists on that. Mainly because I want to get our economy built up and having the industrials have high power in the politics. And what I'll finish what I was saying a second ago in a minute, but having the industrials have high power percentage is good for passing laws that are positive for economy. So I want the legitimacy. So get that up a bit. Don't know if we can do anything else. Yeah, that's fine. Kick the landowners out and bring in the intelligentsia. The nice thing about not having parties is you don't have things kind of bound together with regards to the parties and the different interest groups. So they're not like combined. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like if I had parties unlocked, political parties, these would be bound together, for example, or like these and this, and I'd have like issues with like getting a legitimate government. So it'd be probably down here or something. Say I had like these two, or just this and this. You know, reason being for that is it doesn't really like function that well. And also, I'm gonna build a fishing wharf to get the famine thing going down because right now we're losing population. I don't know if that's from death or starvation or whatever, or if it's from migration away to different parts of the world. Let's see. That's not good. I think it's religion. Yeah, if we can get one of these other things, the other populations that might have an issue with like not being an accepted culture on here. I think it's on society. Yeah, so these guys are all not accepted because this is such a uncolonized essentially territory or a newly colonized territory by Mexico in the time period we're in. It it essentially has like mostly native cultures here. So the Hokan tribe or whatever, and then the Paiute out in Nevada and Utah, Apache in Arizona. Sioux is, but it eventually like moves westward and northward from Mexico. So had I been staying in the Mexican market, I would have had a lot of Mexican migrants from the central part of Mexico and over in Texas and New Mexico. But the problem is like I don't really have any. I could join them. I don't know. I don't want to do that though. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of like the music in this game, but it's like also very like it's like chill, but like I don't know. Well, this one especially because it's in the original game, or not the original one, but the second one, the soundtrack right here. And I played that one a lot when I was a kid. I think it's funny too, because like, what kid do you know that at like 12 years old is playing a fucking 4X strategy game? I was a weird kid, but you know how it is. If you like games, you like games, and you figure out the games that you like when you like them. So, but yeah. Anyway, right now we're working on building a barracks. So when this is done, we're gonna build up our port possibly. I don't know if I built that yet. Oh, I did. Okay. I think I built that in the last part of the game. We're gonna privatize this so it can expand if we need it to. And that way we won't have to fund the construction of that. We're also gonna do that with the trade center. Okay, no, we already did that. The hell? How's this the most productive in the world? We aren't even really trading anything, are we? Just importing paper. I don't know. That's weird. It would be really good if we can get one of these as our production method right here. So see how it says base production method right here. And then see why I want to move this up is qualifications plus 20 to 10%. So 10 is the lowest level, but if you get it up to analytical philosophy department, which is just like basically saying it's a higher level of it, you get it to 20 qualifications per level, or plus 20%, which would make there be more qualified candidates for our employment. Not to be an Indeed recruiter, but you know, fuck this ghost jobs to know. Yeah, I literally just deleted my Indeed account. I'm like fucking done with that site, bro. I don't care if I have to work DoorDash. I have other things I can do, like side hustles and shit. That's way better than that. Fucking bullshit, bro. We're gonna build one of these each when we are done building this. We have a lot of stuff in the queue right now, so it's Alt, not Control. Moving that to the top. Because right now we're low on balance of this. So what we get is tax waste and dividends. Government dividends, that is. Which is actually a lot more than it used to be. What's the one that's most? Looks like it was one of the things in a different region. Huh. We only have one of those, don't we? I think we built it down here, the banana plantations that shows up here. So if you go on here, you can see if you've built any government buildings in a. So say like I got a treaty, right? And I did investment rights, which I have already for Mexico. You can go here and see your existing treaties, which is this one, which we used to build hold on. Do one more thing. Okay. What I was gonna say though is we went over here and built some banana farms or whatever for like freaking, because we had a shortage of stuff like this in our. I don't remember what it was. It was like we had a shortage of certain goods in our territory. So this is one of them that we had a shortage of, and we built this up. But we're gonna do that one more time. Also, we're gonna see if they have a port. They don't have a port here. They also don't have a trade center. So we're gonna build a port, then a trade center. Maybe we'll wait and see if they build a port while we wait for our stuff to fill up. So we're gonna kick this off the bottom. Because I don't want to put unnecessary effort into building up our queue. Like, I don't want to put stuff in our queue that's not necessary, because that's going to cause our balance to go down. The reason why I'm doing this is because, well, this one has much less of a cost right here. So you get like 10 bureaucracy, which we need like 11. So that's a reason alone to not have it be at this production method, because it wouldn't even fill the need that we have. But it's mainly for the plus 10 taxation capacity. And that what that would do is that would boost our income up by a lot. But yeah. And I think we're gonna really need to build our first what's it called, construction sector soon. The problem is, when you start as a nation that doesn't have anything pre-built in its territory, you have to kind of like build up your base economy. So like, probably shouldn't even be building the administration and the barracks, but it is what it is. Just gonna build that just in case. Okay. Fucking no. Is Antelope Springs a fucking city in this area? Where the fuck is this place? I'm trying to find it. Huh. I don't know. Whatever. Wait, why the fuck did I do that? Because I have a fucking trade agreement with them. Whatever. At least it's just a lobby, not a fucking rivalry. Just make sure my mic is on. Okay, good. It is. Yeah, part of the reason I didn't publish the last live is for a lot of the period of the time period of the live that we were live, like a lot of the time that we were live, I didn't have my mic on. So it was on mute, but then it was also on mute on OBS. So like I thought I fixed it, but I hadn't fixed it even on OBS. So bummer, but whatever. You know, it happens. It happens. Wink wink, shit happens. Basically what I'm doing by building up the cities that aren't mine, the reason for that is to attract immigrants to these bordering regions. So like this one, this one, this one. And the reason I'm doing that is because I don't have enough population in these my cities, right? My state, entire state right here. But I don't have the population or the ability to attract the migrants for working my buildings, right? So my goal in doing that is not necessarily like just to build up the economy or our government dividends, as in right here. I'll show you. I showed it earlier, but you know, yeah. So the goal is not only to build that up, but it's partially to build up it's partially to build up the economy, but mainly the population in these regions. The reason I'm building a paper mill there is because we already import paper from Britain. I think it's from Britain, right? So I wish it showed where the paper was being imported from. I don't know how to check that. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, see, as we're losing our gold mines, we're losing income, and I knew that would happen, which is why I was trying to build up the economy. We might actually drop this down to I don't know. Or why the fuck is it smaller? I thought I already built this up. It would be good to have a source of lead for later when we want to build our electronics factories. Not profitable yet, but I think there's a certain point at which it's a lot more profitable. And I'm pretty sure that's when on here a lot of the it's whenever people unlock the munitions and these so like basically right here you want to get this top one, third tier, um for like whenever most militaries are using that. Same thing with these ones down here that use I don't know which one it is. It's some of these that use extra munitions. So it's this one. And I think there's one other one. Maybe not though. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the reason I was trying to monopolize the opium in Mexico and in Tasmania was for the purpose of I wanna basically that was part of why I wanted to get trade rights here is to provide it to the military once they use the that production method in the game. And I say in the game only because opium, you know how it is, IRL shit. People get butthurt about talking about that shit. Yeah, because first it went whoop to there from here, and now it goes whoop to here from there. Yeah, yikes. But yeah, playing strategy games, you come into a lot of like IRL topics, especially now in this day and age. Like people get like butthurt about random shit, but it is what it is, you know. History happens and modern day shit happens too, so you can't like self censor yourself because of stuff that happened in the past. You just gotta find code shit to talk about it so you don't like trigger the censors. But you still, you know, shit happens and people have to talk about it. So, you know, it's just my thought that like it's a bummer that that was a thing that happened on either side of things. Like the British didn't need to flood fucking China with opium, but the Chinese don't need to do it to all the British speaking, English speaking countries. It's like, come on, guys, let's fucking drop the shit. You know, who cares? It's like it's. I'm pretty sure it's not just a thing in the U.S. I'm pretty sure it's a problem. I don't know about Australia, but I know England has that problem. But they have other problems too. So it's like, you know, Ottomans. I think the only place that doesn't have that is Iceland. Inbred ass Icelandics. Not literally, but they literally have an app to make sure. Or I think on their like dating app for like Iceland's like okay, so like I'm pretty sure that Iceland has like an app that's like funded by the country just to make sure people don't like date their family members, which is fucking weird, dude. That shit's weird, bro. Fucking trippy ass shit, Iceland, bro. You guys are fucking weird. No offense. I don't even have shit for farmland. Fuck you, Iceland. Okay. What were we doing? We were trying to get I think we are trying to get a oh no, we did. So now my goal for doing this was getting this treaty right here was so we can build a coal mine in New Mexico. Because they already have a tooling workshop here, right? So they can now use this and that'll buy the coal from our mine. Because stuff like this, basically, if you do basic tools, so like that they have here, this, so this feeding into this feeding into this, and then both cycling back like that, you know, because it's kind of a loop of production. Because the coal mines need tools to produce, and the tool workshops need lumber to produce. Actually, maybe in that case, we'll because they're not really producing right now. So what if we? I bet if we build a logging camp first, and they start getting a supply of lumber. Yeah, it's worthwhile. What the fuck is this? The Cities Skylines soundtrack that they just imported from their other game to this game? That's kind of weird. It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Like, just come on, compose your own soundtrack. I mean, I get that it's the same developer studios for this game to Cities Skylines, but I don't know. It kind of fits, but it kind of doesn't, you know? My opinion. Like, just create your own shit. Oh. So-called intellectuals should keep their feet on the ground. I don't know. It'd be nice if we could get more trade agreements, because right now we only have investment rights with these other countries. And you know what I see? I see coming really to us, slowly moving their way westward. I think we need to possibly and probably both improve relations with the U.S. Or get at least get a defensive guarantee from Britain. Maybe, I don't know if that's possible. Offer them investment rights in exchange for a defensive pact. Maybe they'd accept. Okay. We might be able to get it with the French because they are protective. I mean, unless we just want to like become a subject of the U.S. and use their economy to our benefit, which realistically could work. Right now, we're in the Russian sphere, but yeah, I don't think for long. Just trying to figure out how to balance our budget without like going under into negative. What if there's a way we can leave Russia's sphere of influence? I haven't really checked that recently since the new update. I don't know how to do that. Oh, what the fuck? Are we in their power block or are we not? Oh yeah, I'm already in. Okay. Leave. Oh, you didn't hear. See, I think what I need to do is like basically just join the one with the most. I wish I could see like standard of living throughout the empire of like these different major powers. Because if I could do that, I could join whichever one has the most population and the lowest standard of living. Because that's how oh, you can, okay. Because that's how nation or populations decide like where they're gonna move to, right? So like we actually don't have that bad compared to the rest of the Russian Empire. Some great chain. I think they have gold there though. Same with here. Not here. I feel like it's been working on this thing forever. Okay. How long have I been live? 45 minutes. I think we're gonna go until we hit the year 1850 or until we get to 2 hours. I don't think it'll take me like it'll take me another hour and 15 minutes to get to 1850, but we'll see. Let's see how this country's doing, or the state. So yeah, these are pretty profitable. 'Cause, yeah, most of the production is going to Santa Fe. Um, so the reason for that is we don't have enough employees yet, but that's fine. What do we have? We have Mexican Catholics, Pueblo Animus, Suanian Animus, so like Sioux from up here. Who else is working here? I'm just wondering if we're getting any immigrants from North America or like, you know, what the fuck is building relationships? Why does it have that weird thing? I don't know if I have to produce clippers or if I can trade for those. I'm guessing I could trade for them, right? I don't really know, but I might have to build this up at one more to get another. See, I can't tell if these are like routes that I have a certain amount of, or if it's like. Okay, I think it is. If you have a certain amount of them, you get. I think that is what it is. So I think you have to have a certain number of routes. So you get like a route per amount of convoys, maybe? I'm not sure. Port connections, maybe. I'm not sure. I think we're going to work on unlocking railroads now. So we're going to work on this and then queue that down to there. What I want to do eventually is see if we can invest in railroads first in our state, but then link up our coal mine in Santa Fe area. I don't know if it's in this one or this city right here. But yeah, anyway, we want to link up California to New Mexico. I swear, sometimes I get horrible like back and hip pain when I'm doing a lot of deliveries for DoorDash, which is part of why I don't like to do them that much. But I have other shit I can do to earn money. But like, if I didn't, I would probably be doing that. But like, dude, that shit sucks in a Civic. Like, it's good in a Civic because a Civic is good gas mileage. But like, bro, that car is small that I drive. I don't know why I'm like announcing that, but you know, it's just I'm just talking about life. You know how it is. You know, the funny thing is we're actually better off building up our economy through government dividends in other states, or like building up other states in investments, and then build. See, this is slowly going up. This one's going down though, but this one's gone up. They go up and down, I guess, but yeah. I'm just trying to see if they'll accept that. I don't think they will, but oh, they did. Okay, that's surprising. I guess it's good we built up a military because it's possible we might be able to get uh, this and this. We can't declare on them right now because we have, agreements. But if we didn't have agreements, it would be a good time to take them down when they're at war with the U.S. So unfortunately, we can't do that, but that's fine. You know what I just realized? So since I can't leave this, because it says right here, so right when it pins, it says California cannot leave Ruskia, blah blah blah, Imperia, with sovereign empire, central identity pillar, conditions to be able to leave at least one of these. We are leader of the power block. Ruskia Imperia has less than or equal to 30 leverage advantage over California currently, blah blah blah. Well, what I'm thinking is we just try and make our whole goal for this campaign to weaken the fuck out of Russia and monopolize their market. And the reason being, right? So, like, since it says is not leader of, or we are leader of the power block, I'm wondering if there's a mechanic to where, like, we could become the leader of the power block. Like, say it was like elect a new leader or something type of thing. I don't know. Like, say there's a revolution. Because I would imagine if there's like a revolution in Russia, like, for example, like, historically there was, right? So, like, if we can get this somehow. Why do that? What does subventions do? Like, what the fuck is this? I know it's a big thing, like, with, like, getting the AI to do stuff, but I don't know, like, what it does. So I know it's like a subsidy, right? It's not actually a subsidy, but it's similar. So tariffs is like, it's basically paying them to import it. So no paying to import it. I think we have investment. No, we don't. Okay. I thought we did. Guys, it's getting extremely hot in my room from for one, it's like 100 degrees out today. And my CPU makes it like 30 degrees hotter in my room. So I'm gonna log off the live. I'm gonna split this up into 2 videos possibly, or maybe just post it into one. But yeah, peace out, guys. Have a good one. Hope you all have a good day, and lead us into the future, boys. Come on, right there.